Okay, friends, we have a great video ahead. We are going to do some super fun projects with Dollar Tree mats, and I can't even wait to show you all of the fun things that I did. Woo, can't wait. And by the way, hey, I'm Colette with Blessings Craft Therapy. If you didn't know, and if you did, thank you so much for coming back. All right, let's get to the project. Okay, friends, let's have some fun with some Dollar Tree dish mats. Tonight, we're going to make some coasters out of this one and some wicked old bias tape I found. All right, so we start with this fall dish mat, and then I'm using this 3.5-inch round. And I'm just using that so that I can trace out my coasters onto the mat. And you just place it wherever you want the image, and I did this 4 times. I am using a erasable gel pen so that if you put some heat to it, it'll disappear. The mark will disappear. Can you believe that? I know. All right, so we do this 4 times because I want a set of 4. And then I'm going to cut out each of the 4 images that we not images, shapes. It's fine, whatever. So I'm just cutting those out. It will shed a little bit, just warning you now. You're going to have little pieces of the dish mat. That's okay. It's fine. But I'm going to do this for all 4 of them. And look how pretty already. Love them already. All right, so there's all 4. We cut them out. And then I found this bias tape in my stash. Friends, it is 15 cents. How old is this? I don't know. It's probably older than me. Well, anyways, this bias tape, it's really narrow. Like I had to go and it was flat, so I had to fold it and then iron it so that I could have actual bias tape to put around. Let me just say this, using a regular, like a wider bias tape would be much easier, but I just went around and did this all the way around. I mean, the length of my bias tape. Then I'm going to put this, sandwich it onto our coasters. And then I'm using a clip. And yes, I am so excessive with the clip usage. I don't want this to move. Anyway, so we do this all the way around. But let me just show you, if you were to use a wider bias tape, look at how much easier this is. It's just so much easier. Ay, ay, ay. But you ever get a bee in your bonnet when you have a craft, you have a very specific image in mind? So I couldn't possibly do the red one because I have to do green. I know, love me through it. It is a problem I have to overcome. But anyway, see how much easier this is? So if I were to do this regular bias tape, I would just do a straight stitch all the way around. But I did this one. So because it's so narrow, we do a zigzag stitch all the way around. It was a bit of a challenge to make sure that we are getting both the top and the bottom of this bias tape in there, but somehow, by the grace of God, I did it. And look at how cute these are. Now, I had originally said that they were going to be coasters, but when I was making them, I'm like, shoot, these are almost like little makeup remover rounds where you could like wash your face with them. I don't know. I mean, yes, we're going to use them for coasters, but it's just another idea, another use for them. Look at how cute. I love them. I don't know why I was being so excessive with my cup, but whatever. Look at how cute they are. I like it. All right, so next I am going to make this bag with these this dish mat. And I was inspired by Chelsea. She sews seams on YouTube. If you don't follow her, quick, go follow her because she's awesome. She does so many projects with dish mats. And I was so inspired. I saw one that she had done. And is mine nearly as good as hers? No, it's okay. But I had to try it. So anyways, I have my dish mat and I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to take this Hello Pumpkin. I'm going to cut the loop off of it. This is just a pot holder, again from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to center it onto our folded dish mat. Look how cute. I just think this is so precious. Oh, I'm so excited about it. And then I'm going to secure it. I'm just going to put some pins in it just so that we keep it secured because we're going to sew this to our dish mat before we do anything else. So we're going to secure it all the way around. I am not great with pins, by the way. So yeah, this is one of the few times you'll see me using them. All right, so then we're going to sew all the way around. Could I have left the very top open to make it like a double pocket? Yes, but I didn't. And you'll see here, I sewed it, just a straight stitch all the way around. Perfect. Now I have a zipper. Excessive, yes. I should have used a 12-inch, but I didn't have that in my stash. I had a 14-inch. We're going to make it work. So you're going to go with your zipper. You're going to go pretty side to pretty side. So pretty side of your zipper, the part that you want to see on the outside, you're going to put that towards your pretty side of your fabric. And then we're going to sew it, just a straight stitch. Friends, I didn't even use a zipper. A zipper foot. I didn't even use a zipper foot. So really, it's fine. It's very forgiving. So then I'm going to put, again, we're going to fold it back in half, and we're going to put our pretty side of zipper to our pretty side of fabric on the other side. And then we're going to clip that, and then we're going to go straight stitch with that as well. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Yes, I'm excessive. I said it, and I will continue to be excessive with the clips. There we go. All right. So next I am going to put it right side out. And then, because many of you had suggested with my last bag that I had done, you suggested that I do a straight stitch on the top. So that's what I did. It does make a difference. Thank you for the suggestion. All right. So then we're going to put it in right side out again. And I have this ribbon from it was from Joann Fabrics. And it's probably, I want to say maybe 15 inches long. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to put the loop part, I'm going to put on the inside like this, and then we're going to secure it to that edge. Only one side, like just one. I'm trying to think how to say that. You don't want to go through both layers. You want to just go through one side of your bag so that you'll see. I don't know why I'm making this more challenging than I need to. I just secured it. Then we're going to flip it back inside out. And then we're going to put our sides together. And we're going to clip it. Easy peasy. Make sure that they meet so that it's nice and neat. Though it's not that serious, friends. It's fine. But see that edge where we put the clips for that ribbon? Now I'm going to do is roll the ribbon. I'm just going to fold it right over that edge. And then I'm going to put a little clip over it. So is this the right way to do it? Probably not. But guess what? It's the inside. And I choose not to stress about things that really don't matter that much, right? If this was on the outside, I'd be more careful. And then we're just going to straight stitch on both edges. Making sure before you stitch it that your zipper's open. I should have said that before. Sorry. I trimmed off the excess of my zipper. There's that. Then I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to put my hand in the bag because it's a little bit more challenging to knot. And then see how I'm making little triangles out of the corners? We're going to do what's called boxing the corners. So all I'm doing is making a triangle, clip it, and then we're just going to straight stitch across that triangle. Easy, easy. Is there a different way to do this? Absolutely. This is the easiest way I know how to do it. And again, if in this season of my life, if it's not easy, then I probably am not going to do it in this season. Now, at some point, the season will change and I'll have more time and effort to be able to do things more perfectly. But right now, I'm happy the way doing it easy peasy. All right. So then we sewed it, and then I used my pinking shears and just cut off the excess. Do you have to cut off the excess? No. Do you have to use pinking shears? Also no. It's fine. Make it work for you, right? I mean, let's not be too fussy about stuff. Then I'm going to turn our bag so that it is right side out. And I can't wait for you to see it. It's so cute. It is so cute. You want to make sure you get all of those edges out, and then I zip my bag up and stop. Do I know what that loop on the side is? I was thinking it was going to be like a little handle. Is it excessive? Probably, but I think it's adorable. Put little trinkets in it. I don't know. Look how cute it is, though. It was worth trying, and it was all super easy. So I'm not mad. Look at how cute. Ah! That was fun. That was so much fun. Okay. Now we're going to do some projects for my daughter using this Dollar Tree dish drying mat and some pretty fabric. So here's the dish drying mat. And then this fabric I had gotten at Joann Fabrics. It's flannel and it is so pretty. I'm going to put it pretty side down and I'm going to put my mat on top of it. So on the wrong side of the fabric. And I'm just going to cut the fabric to match the same size as our dish mat. Ta-da. Then we're going to take some Ultra Hold Heat and Bond, and I'm going to cut it the same size as our fabric. After we do that, we're going to put our Heat and Bond, wrong side wrong side of fabric to the shiny side of the Heat and Bond. You want to do the Heat and Bond paper side up, right? Excuse me. Then I'm going to use my iron and I'm going to iron it to our fabric. Everybody always asks, I got my little iron at Walmart. When you're ironing your Heat and Bond, it does not take a terribly long period of time. I mean, we're talking, goodness, within 30 seconds, this is on there and adhered. You want to make sure you let it cool a little bit, but once it's cool, you're going to take that paper backer and you're going to peel it off. This is so satisfying. I am not even kidding. So I know it's crazy, but it is satisfying. There it is. All right. So then we're going to take our mat and we're going to add our bonded fabric on top of our mat. So it's pretty sided up to the dish mat. Make sure it's on there and even. Then I'm using a piece of parchment paper. Is it absolutely necessary? No, but having the parchment paper on top actually makes the iron glide across the fabric much easier. I did put a little pressure to the iron just because the dish mat has like squares in it, and I wanted to make sure that the fabric really adhered to our dish mat. So I just went through and it took probably, I don't know, I want to say a minute or so to really get it adhered. And the other thing is you want to make sure that you really let your fabric cool before you try doing anything. I did go over it with the iron and then I used my brayer after just to make sure it was really in those nooks and crannies. I don't know if it made a difference. Anyway, so here it is. Super cute. Let it cool. I have some key fob hardware and I have a thing of chapstick that'll come in later. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bonded dish mat fabric thing and we're going to cut a strip. It's about 2 inches wide, and it is the width of the dish mat. There it is. Ta-da! Now I'm going to use my pinking shears, and I'm going to go down each long edge. So this is probably, I don't know, I want to say it's probably 10 inches long. Forgive me, I'll have to look and see. But it's the length, it's the width of your dish mat. Does that make sense? So we're going to do both sides, pinking shears, just so that it doesn't continue to fray and it has a nice decorative edge. Perfect. Next, we're going to take our, excuse me, make sure it's nice and even. Listen, I can't cut a straight line for anything. But the other thing we wanted to do is make sure that we cut it the width of our hardware, which is about 1 inch. Now, did I cut it too wide on purpose? Yes, because you're using the pinking shears and you want to make sure that you can get the pinking shear, you want it that edge nice and crisp with the pinking shears. But if you cut it too narrow, then, you can't get it on the hardware. So I was okay with a little bit of waste so that we could get a nice effect. And there's that. So next thing you're going to do once you have that cut down to 1 inch wide is fold it in half, put your edges together, and then take your key fob hardware and put that on the top, catching both layers. Now I'm using a key fob hardware pliers. You don't have to. You could use regular pliers. This just came with a kit. I got it on Amazon. You could probably get it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabrics, even Walmart. But you squeeze it and look, it's on there. Oh, I love it. Now it would be perfect just like this. But I can't stop there. I had these little furry pom-poms, and so I added a little lobster claw clip to it, and then we added that to our key fob lanyard. And my daughter, it was supposed to be a surprise. She walked in as I was making, and she lost it. She was so excited. So yeah, I win again. But look at how cute it is. It is so cute. Is this excessive? Probably. I don't mind though. And if you're curious, I am using a split ring little plier thing. I think I got that from Michael's. Makes your job wicked easy if you're using a lot of split rings and stuff like that. Just makes it easier to open them. Look at how cute it is. Okay, so same mat. We're going to do another strip. Again, this one's about 2 inches wide. And we're going to use I'm using a rotary cutter and I'm cutting it down. Now I'm going to go, same thing we did with the last one. We're going to just do both sides with our pinking shears, just making sure it's straight and it looks pretty. And then I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile and I'm going to pop a little hole in the center at the very top. And then I'm going to use, they're like snap rivets. I had gotten them from Hobby Lobby. So I put the bottom part in, then I put the top part on that and snip it together. And friends, that was the easiest, most decorative, adorable bookmark. Okay, same dish mat. We're going to do another strip, but this one's about 3.5 inches wide. And it is excessive, yes, but I want to make sure that I do it right. So here is our thing. I'm going to take, and again, pinking shears, we're going to do down each of the edges. You'll see here, I keep kind of folding it because we're trying to make something to fit our little chapstick. So one of the things I did was I cut about 1 inch. So you'll see I fold it and then I go about 1 inch and then I cut it across. Now, again, we're going to do both edges with the pinking shears. Is there a better way? I'm sure. But this way I liked. It worked for me. And maybe it'll work for you. And then it'll be the stepping stone for the next level, right? I don't know. But anyways, I did both edges with our pinking shears. And then what I'm going to do is fold it up. And you just want to make sure. I like to have the mushrooms facing up. Doing it this way, however you want to make it work, that's fine. You see how I'm putting my chapstick in and I'm trying to figure out, do I have enough space to be able to, I want to sew each of the edges. We can trim it down with our pinking shears more later, but you want to make sure that you have enough room to fit your chapstick. Then I just put a couple clips on and then we're going to sew each side. There it is, sewn, and then we trimmed it. And does it fit? Let's see. It fits. So then what I'm going to do is take another hardware, lanyard hardware, and I'm going to put it on the top. Now, before I attach it though, I'm just going to cut those corners. So I'm just using my hardware as a guide so that I know where to cut, so that it kind of, I don't know. I just thought it would look better if those corners were cut off. If you don't think it looks better, don't do that part. But there's that. And then we're going to add our key fob hardware like we did earlier. Same process, put it on, use our pliers, squeeze it down, and then that's it. Friends, was that not easy? That was easy, right? How fun would these be for gifts? You could do these for teacher gifts, for Christmas stockings, whatever. Look at how cute it is. I love it. And yes, I gave this, it's a whole set for my daughter. I'm super jazzed. I love it. And look at how cute. So fun. And so that was 3 projects, and we still have more of that mat. All right, friends, this one is my favorite. I had gotten these mats at Cape Cod. They do not have these in my local Dollar Tree. These jokers are 15 by 20. And look at the pattern. Isn't it so pretty? All right, so I have this ribbon. I'd gotten this ribbon at Joann Fabrics. I can't even tell you how long ago. And I didn't know what to do with it. I now figured it out. We're going to use this ribbon for straps. So I measured out, it came out to about 56 inches total. 56 inches total. So basically what I'm doing is making a strap that goes, it goes on the bag and over. Does that, you'll see. And this is the ribbon. Adorable. And then I thought, you know what? I want there to be more. And you want to do 2 of those. So 2 straps, 56 inches long. And all I'm doing here is just making the second one. Sorry about that. And then trim it. I also, though, decided I wanted there to be more contrast. So I have this ribbon that I got at clearance from Hobby Lobby. And so we're going to do 2 of these, same size as our pretty bee ribbon, 56 inches. I think it was 56, fairly certain. There it is. Now, I had revamped this. I got to be honest. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take our mats, put them pretty side together, and we're going to clip the bottom. There's that, and then we're going to sew across that. There it is. It's sewn. Now we're going to open it up, and we're going to put it so it's right side out. Perfect. And we're going to start doing our straps. Now, again, I had originally planned on doing, not even worrying about the bottom of the strap. It was going to be raw. But then I thought, you know what? I don't know. I think that it wouldn't look good. So now we're going to take our 2 pieces of ribbon, and originally, like I said, I didn't even plan on doing this. I had planned on doing it all on the bag, and then I said, you know what, let's not chance it. So I pin my ribbon to each other, and then we're going to sew up the center of each of our straps. Ta-da, there it is. Perfect. Now we're going to put our strap on. And again, I had originally planned on not doing this, but I was like, you know what, it might look prettier. So I put the straps like I was going to do them, but then I attached the 2 of them and we're going to sew them together. So it is going to be one continuous like loop. Does that make sense? Listen, I couldn't wrap my mind around doing this as one big continuous one before. I don't know why, but this made sense in my head. So there it is. So we're just going to sew across each of those. Ta-da! Here it is. It's one big loop. So then I'm going to put those seams back on the seam, and that seam on the dish mat is the bottom of our bag. So we're going to put our 2 seams there. And then for my bag, I am going to be putting the straps about 3.5 inches away from the edge. And I make sure to just measure-ish. I'm not being too crazy about it. If it's a little bit less or a little bit more, that's okay. You just want to make sure it looks somewhat even. And so you'll see here, I'm just doing the length of the bag and I'm pinning it to make sure that it doesn't shift. And we're doing that for both sides. Make sure that your loop isn't twisty or anything like that, because once it's sewn on, that's it. So there's that. We do both sides. I'm so jazzed about this. We're going to the beach. I know. Who goes to the beach in October? That would be me with my family. We're going back to the Cape and I needed a bag for the beach. So here it is. So again, we're going to go all the way up, down. So it's basically 2 rows of sewing on each of these straps. And here it is. Are you kidding me? Look at how good it looks already. So then we're going to put our loops or our handles inside the bag, and then we're going to fold it together. So right sides together, and then we're going to make sure our edges meet, and I'm going to clip the edges so that they're secure, and then we're going to sew a straight line. Like most of these, you're going to see most of my stuff, straight line. Straight. There's nothing crazy pants happening here besides me. And there it is. I did both sides. Now what I'm going to do is pull apart the bottom so that we're going to box the corners, and we're just making little triangles. That's all we're doing. I do a clip just so that I don't have to do it again when I get to my sewing machine, but then do a straight stitch. Then I'm trimming mine with my pinking shears. You don't even have to trim it, or you don't have to use pinking shears. You can use regular scissors. Then we're going to turn it outright. Is that the right? Turn it out. You know what I'm saying. Make it so it's pretty side out. And make sure your edges are all nice and crisp and turned out. But look at how cute this is. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Look at how cute it is. Woo, friends, this was so much fun. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I inspired you.